no credit cards for 90 days. And truthfully, this is a complete game changer. And there's been many nights I've laid awake thinking about how can we as Cube create this type of an impact in people's lives to provide a solution that can really eliminate credit cards from our lives. And we'll go into that today. Super, super excited about that. So let me share my screen here and we'll jump in to this. All right. Okay, can we all see this, Ryan? Scott, can you see this?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So no credit cards for 90 days challenge. And first of all, I want to ask, why did you join this tonight? There's a million places you could be. So why are you here? And I'm just going to guess that the reason why most of us are here, because we're sick and tired of feeling stuck financially. And I want to share my story. I'm actually going to stop sharing for a little bit here so that you each know that I relate. I completely get this. So my wife and I, we have 8 children. The oldest, I know you're probably falling over, but our oldest is 19. Our youngest is almost 2. And so life has been filled. It's been very, very busy. We both grew up in rural communities. Our dads were teachers and our moms were stay-at-home moms. And so money was tight, as you can imagine. And there wasn't a lot of extra. And so we actually did learn to be frugal. But we were introduced to the Southwest Rewards card and the Marriott Bonvoy card and credit cards, and we began to use those on everything that we purchased and did our best to pay them off. But as we continue to grow in business as entrepreneurs, there were financial needs, and we found the no interest for 18-month cards, no interest or 2% fee, and then no interest for 24 months, things like this. And over the years, we found ourselves collect about 17 credit cards. And at the height, we were over $120,000 in debt. And I can't tell you how much stress that I felt from the weight of that kind of debt. And my wife, so my background is in the financial health industry, and here we're teaching people how to eliminate debt, experience financially healthy lifestyles, and this is the situation. So my wife felt like we were a total fraud, and and I was just trying to hold on to what we had, building a business. And I'm talking, this was within the last few years, okay? And in that situation, you find yourself robbing Peter to pay Paul, doing everything within your power to stay afloat, right? And it's incredibly uncomfortable, incredibly stressful. And we finally were able to pay off all those credit cards. We found some success with business. We were able to pay off all the credit cards. But we still believe that, man, why wouldn't you use a credit card when you get free money and points? And in fact, I don't know about you, but every time I shop at a major retail, they're like, hey, do you want our credit card? You can get $50 off this purchase. I was at the bank the other day signing up for an additional business account. And at the end, the banker said, hey, do you want a credit card? If you pay off the balance every month, you get free money and points. And it's like, wow, everyone wants to give me free money. But I have found and realized that that's not the case at all. In fact, we began to use Cube Money for all of our discretionary spending last October. And we have saved over $30,000 since then. So in about 10 months, 11 months. And what I realized is we were overspending by about $3,000 a month for $500 of rewards. So the negative impact was $2,500 a month. And let me just tell you that since we've began to use Cube Money, since we've eliminated the credit cards from our lives, we feel more peace, more joy. We feel in control. We feel like we're finally doing what we always wanted to do with our money. And we've been able to go on trips, mission trips with our kids that we weren't able to do before because money was leaking out all over the place because of this buy now, pay later mentality. We would just swipe and go, and then when the credit card statement would come, we figured out, do our very best to pay off our balance, and most of the time we did. But we didn't feel like we were making the headway that we wanted to with our finances. Now, I want you to reflect. Do you relate? If you do, you are definitely in the right place. And I can't tell you how passionate I am about helping you break that cycle and experience transformation, to experience true successful progress toward what you really, really want. And it's possible for each one of you. And I'm so passionate. I wish I was sitting knee to knee with you and you could feel that passion come out. So anyways, that is my story. So I can tell you that I totally relate. And one thing I want to share with you is, in my past financial planning life, for a decade, I did my best to help people break the paycheck to paycheck cycle, eliminate debt permanently, and progress towards their goals. And over and over and over, after I'd spent hours with them, developing a plan, putting them on a system, and providing accountability checkpoints and so forth, they would return to the exact same habits. And for many years, I was like, what's wrong with me? I mean, I'm not making any impact. I'm not really helping people move forward. And then finally, it dawned on both Ryan and I that it wasn't us. It was the system within which we exist, the banking and financial system that we exist within, that makes things so difficult. It's so easy to spend to financial distraction, financial overwhelmness. And, if you look back 50 years ago, people used cash and checks, and they balanced their checkbook every day. And money was real. But our world is obsessed with making things easier and faster. And as you make spending easier and faster, human nature spends more money. And that's why we are experiencing the struggle, the financial struggle that we all have. So anyways, we're here to break that. Let me share my screen here again. So there's all of our credit cards. And I shared our story with this, and I'm telling you, the weight was so heavy. And the joy is so incredible today. And I'm nothing special. My wife and I are nothing special. So overspending causes anxiety, stress, and unrealized dreams. Our country is we're trillions of dollars, $14.3 trillion. There's $14.3 trillion of consumer debt. It's the leading cause of stress, one of the leading causes of divorce, domestic violence, suicide, child abuse, and lack of productivity at work. This is a massive issue that all of us are faced with. And I believe that it is caused because of credit cards. It is the financial distraction of pay now, to spend now, pay later. And this is a slide that I love, okay? The truth is, pay off your credit card every month gives you free money and points is absolutely false. The truth is that $50 in points a month, which is what the average household earns in points, guys, creates a lifetime of overspending and financial stress. MIT did a research project in the early 2000s where they tested how much more do people spend with a credit card or with the card versus cash. And they promoted tickets to baseball games and basketball games, clothes, fast food, and things like that. And they found that people were willing to spend 83 to 100% more. Okay. The average household in America, and according to the US Workers Bureau, is $2,000 a month. So the average family spends $2,000 a month on a credit card. And so how much of that is spending that we aren't aware of, that's just leaving our account on things that really don't matter to us? We just spend because it's easy and we're not really aware. And QMoney, in just like we've sent out a survey when you become a user, and it kind of asks, what have you done in the past? How do you feel about your ability to stick to a budget? What's your stress level? And then we send out that same survey 6 months later. And I want you to complete that survey after this challenge that we put you through, okay? Because I am so excited to hear the impact that it makes. I am beginning a Cuber solemn commitment vow to read our customer reviews and customer feedback on a daily basis of our early adopters. And I'm telling you, as I read these, my eyes get misty, goosebumps bumps on my arms, because of the impact that I can see that conscious spending creates in people's lives. And it is incredible. And here are a few examples. So one said, I used to check the bank account several times a day because we were so stressed about money. And this is the wife. We live on a budget, and I was always worried that the electric bill money would be spent on eating out or something like that. Since we've started using Cube, we have not gone over budget once. In fact, we've underspent. Our savings account is growing steadily, and our money stress is almost non-existent. 2, there's nothing out there better than Cube. I hate saying no to my spouse, but with using Cube, we just check the Cube balance. If there's funds in it, then we spend. If there aren't, we don't. This is the future. And think about the conflicts that you may have experienced in your relationship because of money. And think about the stress, the anxiety, the unknown that you've experienced in the past. And think about that first testimony. Then finally, it says, Cube is a game changer. When it comes to budgeting, tracking has been my downfall. Me too. So I love that I can see where I am at in real time. Cube has made it possible. That is the same thing for Chris and I. We actually had attempted to budget a dozen times in our marriage, and we're really diligent at first. And it takes so much time tracking, like keeping track of everything, that we fall behind, and then a week, and then 2 weeks, and then finally it's not changing our behavior anyway. So we've given up over and over. And Cube has been the first solution that we've been able to stick to long term. And it's making an impact in our life. So really, really exciting. And that is the possibilities of what's available for you. Okay, so in this, if you choose to join this series, okay, this 90-day challenge, we're going to do something very, very unique. Okay, and the process that we're going to follow. Now, if I asked all of you to go out and cut up your credit cards right now, and you woke up tomorrow, it might be a problem, okay? Because what do you do? How do you handle your finances? Like, you would be lost and you would be frantic and feel a ton of stress because your system is now no longer there. And so one thing I am going to tell you is we're not going to tell you to cut up all your credit cards right now. But we are going to take you on a step-by-step journey that in the next 90 days, you will be free from credit cards. And I hope, my prayer is that you will make that a decision, a lifestyle. You will become a different person financially in the way you think, the way you act, because you've proven to yourself that you are indeed a financially responsible person that is in control of your spending, is building what really matters most to you. Okay. And so Simon Sinek, talks about the golden circle. And this is so true. So the first step of our journey together is going to be identifying your why. What is it? What does money really mean to you? Why do you make money? Why do you spend money? Like, what is your genuine purpose for money? And I'm telling you, as you begin to discover that in your life, you begin to save with purpose consistently, which will provide future opportunities to make a massive impact to those that you care and love the most. And the phenomena is that when you save with purpose consistently, you have the freedom to spend what matters most today to build beautiful memories with those you love that will live for a lifetime. And that is the amazing thing. When we get our priorities straight, money begins to be a living, breathing blessing to our lives. And that all begins with the why. Okay, it all begins with the why. Now, in Atomic Habits, most people start with the outcome. They say, okay, this is my goal. This is what I want. And the problem with that is when you look for what you want, one, you can't be happy till you get there. And so you live life not being happy. Two, if you don't make as much progress as you want, you get discouraged, and it can be very, very difficult because you're not happy and you don't feel like you're making your progress. And so you give up. And then finally, once you do get there, well, you did it. And so how many of us have gone on diets? Well, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. And when we reach that goal, we gain it all right back. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And that is the result of an outcome-driven strategy. The second is this process-driven, where we have a system, and that's definitely better than the outcome. But the magic happens when we start with our identity, who we really want to become. Then we can establish a process that will help us create daily wins to prove that that's indeed who we are. And in time, as we prove that, like, I'm not a writer, but I can tell you that if I said I want to be a writer and I want to publish a book, and I started to write every day, within a very short time, 90 days, I would say I am a writer because I've proved that that's indeed who I am. Okay, so through this process, we are going to follow an identity-based habit building system. All right, so, and improvements are only temporary until they become who we are. So the goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. And the goal is not to save $1 million. The goal is to become a millionaire, to live a life of abundance. Okay, so does that make sense? So James Clear gives 2 easy steps to make this happen. And that is, first, decide the type of person you want to be. That's your purpose. That's your genuine purpose for money. And then prove it to yourself with small wins. So that is the process we're going to take you through. And I'm going to get more into this later, but you are going to have the opportunity to join the Premium Plus package, Premium Plus membership, and be a part of something that will be transformational. And with this Premium Plus membership, you are going to get full access, lifetime access to our education platform. This education platform is based on scientific proven principles for behavior change. It takes what was taught in Atomic Habits. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it. And it implements those principles on a financial basis so that you can totally transform your life. And 1% improvements compounded over time. Actually, if you make a 1% improvement every day, you'll be 90% better in 90 days. Okay, so that's the plan. And to do that, we're going to start with the why. Discover your genuine purpose for money. I'm really excited. That's what we're going to cover next week if you choose to join. And this will be open up your dreamer. It will create a time for you to really reflect, and hopefully with your significant other, if you're married or if you're in a relationship, to create that together. Second, we will help you build a plan that aligns with that true, genuine purpose for money in QMoney. Then 4, will help you complete the 7 one-time actions that transform, that change financial behavior forever. And then 4, we will follow the order of wealth, that not only, once we have the spending under control, that's when it gets exciting, because that's when we can truly create financial prosperity and abundance, generational wealth for our lives and the lives of those that we care about most. Okay, so that is the process that we are going to take you through. And one of the things that I want to kind of mention here is all of us are in different places financially. Some of us have irregular incomes, others of us have a consistent paycheck. Some of us are living on next month's income with this month. Okay, so we're living on a credit card, and then we're doing our very best to pay the credit card, that's where I was, off next month. That drains us, and then we use a credit card next month and we pay it off next month. So how do we get the cash together to begin to live on a cash-based system? We're going to talk about that. Okay, how to phase into that to wean ourselves from using credit cards. And then once we've weaned ourselves from using credit cards, how to the fastest path to debt freedom so that we can experience freedom. All right. Others of us have money in the bank. We're just not making the headway that we want to towards our financial goals. It just seems like we're stuck. And then finally, there's those of us that have been successfully financially, but we're struggling to help those that we really care about around us to experience that the financial health and to relieve them of stress. It's hard to see those we love struggle. Okay, so we're going to address all those different scenarios, okay, through this process. You'll also, so you're going to get the education with Premium Plus. You get the education platform that we are going to utilize for our webinar purposes. Then you're going to give 1 year access to the premium account included. Okay, so if you're a lifetime member, we've got some neat things. Because you're a lifetime member, you're going to get all of this for free, because that was part of the deal. But if you paid for a year of the premium account already, we've got an answer for you as well. Those of you that are paying month by month, we've got a phenomenal solution so that it will be covered for the rest of the year, okay, for 1 year. You'll also get coaching, free coaching, or coaching is included. This coaching is to help you with basic levels of coaching. So it's 4 hours of coaching. And really, this is a friend and a guide on your financial journey. They'll become your advocate. Literally, when you're struggling to understand how to adopt QMoney, they will be your resource to help you move forward. And they have direct access to QMoney's customer support team. They'll connect you. They will be your liaison, okay? Your financial guru to help you completely be successful through this process, okay? So education, 1 year access to premium account, and coaching. And then finally, you'll join an amazing community. And through the course, that community, there's a place where we can interact, ask questions, give feedback, share success, share struggles, and really bind ourselves together to achieve the goals that we're looking for. And science says that the fastest way to change your life is to join a community of people with high standards. And friends, you're here. This is it. Okay, so those are the things that that you get, and our goal is generational wealth. And so through the order of wealth, we're going to, one, help you control spending, and you'll know that you have your spending under control if, one, you're saving 10%, and two, you're giving 10%. That makes you the steward of money. That gives you instead of you're the master of money instead of the money being your master, which is, it's a horrible master, but it's an amazing servant, okay? We'll help you build an emergency fund, insure against risk, and make sure that you have the proper coverages in place, eliminate debt, stockpile $100,000 in a safe money place. You'll never go into debt again, and I'm talking the peace of mind is unbelievable. And then finally, invest wisely so that you can create that impact to those people that you truly love. That genuine purpose for money, which will be the source of the greatest joy in your life. Okay, so that is the plan. That's the results. Okay, so to add upon this, by being a part of this series, actually, before I go on, I want to introduce you to a couple of our coaches, okay? So these are some of the coaches that you'll be directly connected to that have been certified in the Cube philosophy, and they're amazing servant leaders. So Jordan, are you here? I'm actually going to stop sharing so you can just take a little minute and share why you're so passionate about coaching and about making impact in people's lives, helping them achieve financial health.
Yeah. Man, it's one of those things that I feel like has been a passion of mine, and more recently I've made it more of a career of mine to coach people. But those are the best kinds of careers, right? To be passionate about something, and I do just love seeing people go from feeling buried by money to feeling that freedom that comes with being intentional with every bit of their money and seeing it work for them rather than as Shane was saying, money being your master. So I really do just love guiding people to that sort of freedom. And I love what Cube's doing. I'm so pumped to be a part of this team doing this because I genuinely believe, I'm not someone to exaggerate, but I genuinely believe that it is the best tool for personal finance that's ever been created because it allows you to proactively spend, save, give, do what you need to do with money intentionally and for the good of yourself and for others.
Absolutely. Jordan, thank you. I really appreciate that. Jason, you've been doing this for many years. in the Ramsey group. I mean, with envelopes and so forth. Do you mind coming on just for a minute and sharing as well?
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Don't mind the children in the background. I've got a few young kids at home, so I can relate to the family situation and managing money. Yeah, I I really relate to Shane as you were talking about the concept of your money being your master, right? Or almost like your life, right? Is your purpose is just to earn money to survive. And I've worked with so many people that it's just sucked the joy and purpose out of life because all they're doing is just trying to keep up with the finances, right? And for me, what I'm really passionate about in regards to like this if personal finance, right? And changing your behavior is I want people to be able to accomplish their life mission, right? We have all got a purpose of why we're here. And too many of us are being held back by our finances. And our finances are not working for us, right? As our servant, I like to use the analogy, right? We're kings and queens of our kingdoms. We're building these kingdoms, right? And we've got these giant invaders coming with all of the credit cards and the loans and all this that keep wrecking down our walls and burning our fields, right? And I'm so sick of that. I want to help people to be able to accomplish what they're here for, right? So that's what gets me really excited about all the tools I've used in the past, and even more so excited about Cube now, as I've been using it personally and helping others start to learn about it. Is that ability for it to actually make a difference in getting on top of that management, right, of your finances. So then you can start harnessing those additional funds, right, above and beyond just survival to accomplish, to make the contribution that you're meant to make in this world. So that gets me really fired up.
Thank you, Jason, Jordan. It really is. It's awesome. So anyways, I love the heart that both Jordan and Jason shared. And that is an example of the mentorship and the servant leadership that you're going to experience. And the cool thing also is if you want to dive deeper and really solve the psychological struggles that you're experiencing with finances and so forth, these two can deep dive and you can pay for coaching services, financial coaching services that they will truly go to the ends of the earth to help you really break those psychological barriers that you have with money and make a massive impact. And so anyways, very, very excited about that. So I want to share one last thing before we go that is actually really cool. Okay. For those of you who have chosen to join, we are going to do make financial health fun. Personal finances fun through a competition. And this is something I'm really excited about because lots of times we don't feel like we're doing any work when we're having fun, right? And so what we've done is we've created a competition where we can compete for prizes. There's a leaderboard set up. We'll go through that next time when we at the outset of next week's meeting for those who want to participate in this. And here are the prizes. Okay, so the top 5 winners will win $1,000 reward that will be deposited into their QMoney account at the end of the 90-day competition. Okay. And that 90-day competition is going to start next Wednesday. Everything you do from here to there will count towards your points. Okay. So ready, set, go. And then winners 6 through 20 will win a free t-shirt. Okay. QMoney t-shirt like this one. And they're like, it's my favorite shirt. It's so comfortable. So those are the prizes that will be given out. And here's how you earn points. It's pretty simple. there is the course points that are earned from completing the course. So you get 10 points per lesson and 20 points per logbook activity. So at the end of each lesson, most lessons, there's a logbook activity where you record goals, values, purpose, things like that. Also, financial calculators so that you can project your future and so forth. And with your permission, the coaches can have access to that, view-only access, so that they can really be a resource to analyze your financial health and then diagnose what things are preventing you from moving forward like you want to. Okay, so 10 points per lesson, 20 points per logbook activity. And there's a quiz at the end of each waypoint. There's 3 to 4 lessons per waypoint. And you need to score an 80% or better for those 10 points. All right. Then there are 3 major calculators or planners or purposes. One is to define your mission statement, and you get 50 points. 50 points for completing your budget planner, which will completely set you up to create your QMoney system, create QMoney budget. And then finally, 50 points for completing the debt elimination calculator. All right. And then there's 100 points for meeting with your coach. Okay. And having a discovery meeting so that they can participate in you moving forward. And again, you get 4 hours of free coaching. Okay. So we're not doing that to make money. This is completely to allow you to get to know them and for them to help you move forward. All right. So that's how you earn points from the course. You also earn points from using QMoney. So by transferring money from a environment without purpose to an environment with purpose, depositing money into QMoney, for every $500 you deposit, you get 50 points. You also get 5 points for every cube you create. You get 100 points for setting up direct deposit, 100 points for automating giving every month, 300 points for saving $1,500 in your emergency fund cube, and then 50 points for each bill cube you set up to auto pay. So, which means that it's connected in QMoney. All right. And then finally, as you begin to experience success, true leadership is extending a hand to help others. And we get the greatest value and often learn the most as we help others on their journey to success. So there's referral points. So you get 100 points and a $10 gift card for every person you refer to Cube Masters. You get 100 points for every person you refer to Cube Money, 100 points for writing a review for Cube Masters, 100 points for writing an app review for Cube Money. So this is the way that you earn points, okay? And we've done this competition before, and we had people earning 3,000 points, 4,000 points, okay? So you have the capability to really excel in this competition, and the top 5 will receive $1,000 towards their deposited into their QMoney account. And one thing I want to share is through the series, this webinar series, that if you choose to join, I'm going to, as the founder of Cube Masters, I'm going to personally mentor you in a group setting. Now, Jason and Jordan and our other coaches will be there to mentor you. You'll be connected with one that will become your personal coach. Okay, they'll be the same person, but they will be for the daily one-on-one interactions where they're helping guide you through adoption. I'm going to run the group scenario, and we're going to have a ton of fun together. A ton of fun creating this. So that's what you will participate as you move forward. Okay. Now, the result: more joy, peace, and impact with money. And I actually wrote something down that I want to share with you guys. that is really neat to me. Okay. So, and I wrote this down because I wanted to really hit this right. So your potential is the potential of your future is incredible. Okay. And money is fundamental to every part of life. When you can get your savings focused on what really matters to you, your genuine purpose for money consistently, you will build the power to create incredible impact to those you love most. This impact will be the source, the greatest joy in your life. And like I said before, the unique phenomenon is when you have this level of focused savings, you will be empowered to spend on what's important now and build beautiful memories that will be with you for a lifetime. And then you will experience true abundance because your use of money will align with your purpose of money. And I can't begin to tell you how fiercely committed we are as a team to help you experience this level of fulfillment. We are all in, okay? And we believe that every person in this world has the capability to experience this kind of abundance. And so I invite you to join today, okay? We're going to save at least per month. A lot of fun, and the potential of winning great prizes. You're going to have coaching that's included, and increased creativity, focus, and productivity. Okay, as you go through this process with us. So, Cubers, come and join us. Okay, today, and all you have to do is go ahead and put your camera on this QR code. And let me just tell you, I forgot to put the price in here. Sorry, it's $99. And if you've already paid for a year up front for the premium account, then it's $3. Okay, because 8 times 12 is 96. So for $3 extra, you will have me as the coach to the group. You'll have an individual coach to advocate and help you create adoption. You'll have full access to the course. You'll have a community of people who are there to build and grow you. Okay, so all of those things are included for $99 one time. It's our premium plus, and so really for an extra $3, you get the coaching, you get the course, you get the community, and everything that goes with that. So we invite you to jump on board and join today. Be a part of the 90-day the 90-day no credit cards for 90-day challenge, and make 1% improvements over the next 90 days and completely eliminate credit cards from your life and become a person, create a lifestyle that is one of health, control, and peace with money. So that's our invitation. Scott, I don't know if we can open this up to questions or where we go from here. So I'm going to turn it back to you.
Yep, you've got a few questions in the chat.
Okay. I will stop sharing here so I can see those. Awesome. Roberto Garza. I totally murdered your name. But let's do this, man. Let's do this. Oh, that was for the beginning of the meeting. Tamara Rivera, thank you. It has been a miracle, and truly it's been awesome to get control of spending, and we want to help you do the same. Also, Cube is the best. Thank you. Will video sessions be recorded if we can't make it live every Wednesday? Yes, they will always be recorded, and they'll be emailed out to all those who join this. And we're going to have another one of these kickstarts because we had over 200 people register, and maybe that we just didn't communicate this well enough. But yes, this will be recorded, and we hope to get a bunch more participants. All right. How do you join Cube Masters? And it's going to be called Premium Plus from here going forward. And just click on that QR code, or you can go to cubemasters.com, start here, and it will take you to the pricing page to join. Okay, QR code. Hey, Cube team, this is awesome. Which option do I select if we're lifetime members? I bought the family membership. Valerie, I want you to email me at shane@cubemoney.com, and I will provide you with a code for free access. Mike, if we are paying monthly now, will we have those payments stop for a year, or should I change to annual first? Okay, so if you're paying monthly, as soon as you do this, you're going to get an annual code. You'll go in and put that in, and you won't be charged for a year. So those payments will stop. And when you sign up, you'll get the 1-year premium access code. Okay, is there a resource to set what gets us points? To see, oh yeah, okay, so let me actually show that really quick. I wasn't planning to do this, but let me just show you our dashboard that when you sign up, all of you will get, which is really cool. So you can track your points. It's a little slow. When I have Figma and Zoom and Internet open, this is what happens. Okay, so I don't want to. So here's your dashboard, okay? And you can see that there's 2 different courses. They're both the same content. One just has a religious tone. Cube Masters for Christians, Cube Masters. And then here's where you have all your data from your logbooks. Here's where we keep your budget planner, the calculators for both the debt elimination, the mortgage calculator, and so forth. Here's the community that we would love to have you interact. This is about us together changing the future of this world. Like literally, when we get money to behave, it impacts generations to come, and it also impacts all those around. And then we have the Fin Fun competition. This is where this is, okay? So in the Fin Fun competition, I don't have any active, but you would see your leaderboard right here. And you would be able to click on that, and it will show you which points you've earned, like for the course, which points you've earned for each part of the things that we went over. And so it's a moving, and it'll also rank you amongst all the other participants, so you know on the leaderboard where you are, okay? So there's an individual board and then leaderboard. The leaderboard ranks you with everyone else, and the individual shows you how what points where you've earned your points. So, okay, so that answered that question. My question is in the Q&A. This is from Jared Wright. I don't know if I understand. Okay, so if we signed up and have a premium lifetime, how do we sign up, and how much would it cost then? Is a premium lifetime or a family lifetime, this is free. You get to join for free. That was the benefit from the beginning. So you just need to email me, Tim, and I will provide you with a code so you can gain free access. Valerie, thanks, Shane. I just sent the email. Perfect. Jennifer said, if I have Cube account card, is the okay, if I have a Cube account / card, is the login the same, or is the Cube Master requiring a new login and password to create? Thank you. That's going to be a one sign-on process in the future, but right now you have to have 2. We're bringing those things together. Sorry for the redundancy on that, but we just wanted to get moving, make the impact earlier rather than later. So yes, you need to create another username and password for that. Good question, Jennifer. Tim, will do. Thank you. All right. If there's no other questions, guys, we're thrilled. And again, I want to reiterate, we are all in. Okay. The reason why we've provided coaching, the reason why we've created the education course, the reason why we're putting together the community, the reason why we built QMoney is to create more peace, more joy, and more impact with money, to help all of us break the paycheck to paycheck cycle for good, never to go back, to create a completely different lifestyle, eliminate debt once and for all. I'm talking never to go back, okay? And experience true abundance. And this is what this company is all about. We know we've made mistakes. We know that we're not perfect, but I'm telling you, we are working to become perfect. We are working to really create a tool, a all-inclusive tool to really make an impact from end to end, from spending controls all the way to generational wealth, a full solution. So anyways, with that, we appreciate you being on here, and it's been great to spend this time with you. And I'm excited to be with you next week. And I'm excited to watch the 1% changes compound to make a massive transformation. So thanks, you guys. Have a great night.